Okay, so the next filter that we are going to see is displace filter. Okay, so what we are going to do with displace filter, we are going to create a something like tattoo. So I'm going to create a tattoo and I'm going to place it on this girl's hand. Okay, and we can also do things like you take a flag and you can put some caption or title on that flag, so the text will adjust to the folds of that flag. Okay, so we'll see how we can do that. Okay, so I have also prepared notes for this. So placing a tattoo on a body. Okay, so see, what I want you to do is you can write down these 5 points. Okay, okay, you can write down the 5 points. Okay, okay, so what we are going to do is, see, first I am going to take a duplicate of this layer. Okay, so we can take duplicate, Control J. Okay, then I am going to convert this image to black and white. Okay, this is the next important thing. Okay, so how to convert image to black and white? Control Shift U. Okay, so now the image is converted to black and white. Next is we are going to add contrast to the image. So what is contrast? Contrast means, see, the dark areas will become more dark, bright areas will become more bright. That is called contrast. So how we can add contrast? To add contrast, we can use one adjustment. We are going to start adjustment after the filters. Okay, but for this example, I will be using one adjustment, that is called levels. So where we can find levels? See, image adjustment levels, or you can use keyboard shortcut Control L. So see, so once this levels adjustment is open, or you can say dialog box, so what you can say, or what you can do, see here we have 3 buttons. This button, left side button, is for shadows. See, it will control the shadows. See, it will make the dark areas more dark. See, can you see the change? See like this. And this button, if you move it to the left, it will make the bright areas even brighter, like that. See, this is called contrast. So why we have to add contrast? Because now we are going to place a tattoo on our hand. Though the tattoo will understand the dark areas and bright areas and adjust on the hand properly. Okay, so that is the reason why I am creating a contrast. Okay, right. So once you have adjusted like this, next step is we have to save this file. This is the next very important thing. So I am going to just save it, and I am going to save it on our desktop. Okay, and we are going to say women black and white, whatever name you can give, but the most important thing to remember is we have to save it in PSD file only, PSD format only. We should not save it in JPG or anything. Okay, you have to save it in PSD only, and then just we'll click on save. So now our file is saved. Okay, so once our file is saved, now we'll delete the file. Okay, I am going to delete it. Okay, so the next step is I am going to get the tattoo. Okay, so but before that, okay, so once we have saved the black and white file, see, what is the next step? What we are going to do is, first I am going to get this tattoo. Okay, tattoo. So what I am going to do is, let me adjust it. So I am going to put the tattoo on her hand. Okay, so everybody remembers the warp tool. Okay, warp. So this warp will appear only if you select the transform tool. Okay, so select the warp and then we will reduce the opacity. So everybody remember that old man example. So let me adjust it. You can adjust it roughly actually. Videos you have to use tracking. You will learn in VFX next year in your next course, filmmaking. Yeah. Okay, so then what is the next thing? So just click on the tick mark, increase the opacity. Okay, then what is the next thing is, see, we have to apply the displace filter to this tattoo. Okay, see what will happen if I apply displace filter. So filter, distort, displace. Okay, just click on the displace, and then here we have this displace dialog box. Value is 10 and 10. You can actually change the values. Okay, 10 is if 10 is too much, you can make it to 5 or 4 like that. Okay, so just click OK. So once you click OK, see this window opens, and from this window we are going to open our woman black and white. So just now we have saved that black and white now. So this file we have to open. Okay, see, because we have added contrast to this file. So this file will have some effect on the tattoo. Okay, so just open. So see what happens when I apply. Okay, see, suddenly the tattoo's position has changed. Okay, but still this is not over. Okay, still we have some more steps here. Okay, the position has changed. What it has done is the tattoo got adjusted to the dark and light areas of the hand. Okay, so that is the thing. So the next step what we have to do is, see here, I am going to apply multiply blend mode, and then I am going to apply a hide all mask to this. So alt and click. So now I have applied a hide all mask to this. So the next step is, so I am going to select a brush tool. Which brush? Soft round brush. Okay, always take a soft round brush, and then so we will paint only on her hand. Okay, so which color has to be there? White. Don't paint completely. You paint till here, and then what you'll do is, I am going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, see here. Okay, and then if you want a little bit more darkness, okay, so you can actually take a duplicate of this layer, Control J. Okay, and you can reduce the opacity as well further. Okay. So then the next thing what I am going to do is, I am going to get one dragon tattoo. Okay, just let's open it. Wait a minute. So this one I am going to select. Okay, so I am going to remove its background. Everybody knows now, magic eraser. Control minus. So I am going to put it on her face. See, okay. See, first what I am going to do is, I am going to apply displace filter to this. Okay, so we can apply displace filter. See, select this layer, filter, distort, displace. Okay, this time I am going to reduce this scale value. Okay, I am going to make it 5 and 5. Okay, and then I will click OK, and then I will go open my this black and white. Observe what will happen to the tattoo. See, just observe. Select this, open. See, its position has changed. Means it got adjusted to the face, dark and light areas of her face. Okay, so that is the thing. You can apply, multiply if you want. You can reduce the opacity if you want, like this. Okay, right. See, and in case you want more darkness, you can take a duplicate. See, so the tattoo now is adjusted on her face. Okay, like a sticker, or sticker or tattoo. Okay, whatever. So this is one example of displace filter. So next, what I will tell you is, see, I will use the displace filter again, and I will show you one more example. Okay, this time I am going to use text. Okay, this time I am going to apply displace filter to the text. So I am going to take a text here. So let us use a thick font. Okay, something like Arial black. Okay, so let me reduce it. Okay, Control Shift less than. Everybody remembers shortcut, right? Okay, so we'll change the text actually. Okay, so now what I want is, I want the text to adjust to the folds of the cloth. Okay, నీ పేరు పెట్టుకో అమ్మా. ఓకే, నువ్వు పెట్టు. ఓకే, ఏదో ఒకటి మేనేజ్ చేయరాదు. ఓకే, ఓకే, సో see here. Now what is the next thing we have to do? Same thing, we have to take a duplicate of this layer. How to take a duplicate? Control J, and again convert this to black and white. Control Shift U. Okay, and then we will add contrast. So Control L, and then I am going to add a contrast to this. See, it should look like this, something like this. Okay, so that this displace filter will work properly. Okay, and then File, Save As, and then I am going to save it as a, we'll say cloth. Okay, cloth black and white. And most important thing is, save it in PSD only. Okay, this is very important. Okay, then I am going to delete this. Then I am going to select this.
Sir, delete చేయడం కన్నా దాన్ని ఇన్విజిబుల్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది కదా?
No need, delete is better. Delete is a better option, because too many layers will not be nice. Okay, so now the next thing is, I will now apply the displace filter to text. Okay, so how I am going to apply? Filter, distort, displace. Okay, and see, when you are trying to apply that filter to the text, this message appears. So what is this message? So we cannot directly apply filter to text. We have to convert the text to image. Okay, so how we can convert? See, rasterize. Simply click on rasterize, and now it is a image, it's not a text. Okay, then what is the next thing we have to do? See, you can try to change the values here. Let's keep it 5. You can also try 4 value. Just click OK. Then observe how the text changes. So where is our file? Folds black and white. Okay, this is the file. Just click open. See? Okay, if you want more intensity, let us increase it. Let me increase it to 7. Okay, let's keep it 10. See, too intense. Okay, let's keep it 7. 7 is better. Okay, this is better. So now what you'll do is, see, one thing I want to tell you. Here we have an option fill and opacity. What is the difference between fill and opacity? If I am making the opacity 0, you will not see anything. Okay, it becomes invisible. If I make this fill under 0, you will not see anything. So what is the difference? Why they have given two different options? See, opacity means actual visibility of image or object or anything. Actual visibility. If opacity is 100%, it is fully visible. If opacity is 0%, it is invisible. Okay, but fill is not like opacity. If fill is 0%, okay, even though you are not able to see anything, you can still apply layer styles. Okay, see, I am going to apply layer styles and show you. See, just double click, and then if you click on stroke, see, you can see. You can still see. See, I am changing it to pattern, or you can apply drop shadow also. See here, it's looking like something that we have stitched on a cloth. Okay, we will use stroke only. Okay, stroke is looking nice. See. Okay. So displace filter. So with displace filter, you can create something like this. So as if it is printed on a cloth. Some text is printed on cloth. Or tattoo. A tattoo is placed on a body. So like this kind of effect you can create with this displace filter. Okay. Right. So now I will give you one assignment on this. Okay. See, the assignment is take a picture of body building actor. Okay, some nice actor with some nice body. Okay, so many actors are there now. India, South India. Okay. Yeah. And fill okay his body with tattoos. So you have to fill the bodies of that actor with tattoos using displace filter. Okay, don't just put like that. Okay, you have to use displace filter. This is compulsory. Okay. So second assignment is take a picture of waving flag or waving Indian flag. Okay, waving Indian flag. Then put the word India is great in the middle. Understood now? You have to use this. This is your assignment. Okay. నేను చెప్పింది చేయమ్మా. Okay. Okay. Right. See, you can take pictures like, okay, see, for example, waving Indian flag. Just type waving Indian flag. Okay. See, you are going to get something like this. So instead of you see, you can do one thing. You can remove this Ashok Chakra in the middle. Okay, and then put that India is great here. Okay, so like that, something like this. Okay. See, folds. I have to take a flag which has lot of folds. That is the idea. Right. So we will next see the next filter. So this is a very interesting filter that I am going to tell you. So the next filter is vanishing point. Okay. See, here you have a picture of a wall. This wall is not facing the camera. Wall is facing to the side of the camera. Okay. And we have to put a poster on this wall. Okay. So how we can put? Normal procedure is, see, I am taking this poster and I am just dragging it here. Okay. So the normal procedure is, means the procedure that we all know is, see, we will just right click, distort, and see, we will adjust it like this. Okay, you can do like this actually, but this is not, this is a manual way of adjusting. Okay, manually you are adjusting here. You can do, okay, and you can use a multiply blend mode. Okay, and you can do like this, but we will use the software method of adjusting the poster. Okay, so the software method is called vanishing point. So let us see how we can do that. Okay. 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 So now see what I am going to do. Okay. First I am going to take a new layer here. Okay. I am going to take a new layer. This is very important. Then after taking new layer, what you will do? Go to filter, vanishing point. Keyboard shortcut Alt Control V. Okay. So then see, once this vanishing point window opens, here you have to create a grid. Okay, grid you have to create. So the grid has to be a 4-corner grid. Okay. So see here how I am going to create a grid. See, just click. See, now I am created a grid. Okay. Just the most important thing you have to remember is this grid should always be in blue color. So if you try to move the grid, see, it becomes to different color. It changes to a different color. See, now it is changing to yellow, but it should always be which color? It should also not, it should not be red color also. It should always be blue color. That is very important. Okay. So we have come till here. Now what you have to do is, now we have to make the software adjust the image properly inside this grid. Okay. So what is the next step? Right. So now see, I am going to copy this image. Control A, select all. Control A is select all. Control C is copy. And the next thing we have to do is just open the document, filter, vanishing point. Okay. So you can see the grid. We have already copied the image, and now I am going to use Control plus V. Control plus V. Okay. So when you use Control V, see, you can see the image here. Inside where? Inside vanishing point. So the next step what you have to do is, you have to first reduce the size of the image. This is very important. Okay, Control T, transform tool, make it very small. See, we have to make it very small because now we are going to put the image inside this grid. Okay, if you don't make it small, what will happen is the image will be very big inside the grid, so it will become difficult for you to adjust it inside the grid. So I am reducing the size, and now I am going to place it inside the grid. See, and now let me adjust the image properly like this. See, okay, I have adjusted, and then simply click OK. Okay, and then you can use blending modes, multiply, okay, and you can finalize. So this is software way of adjusting. Just I will show you a similar example. So let me actually so I'm going to open this image of a truck. Okay, see, this is a truck image. Now I am going to put the advertisement on this truck, this Tata Salt advertisement, okay, using vanishing point. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to take a new layer, again same thing, then I am going to open filter, vanishing point, then I am going to create a grid. You see the grid is in yellow color, but we want it in blue color. So just try to move it slightly, so till you get the blue color. Okay, now it is in blue color. Okay, so then you just click OK. Okay, then what you have to do, select all, Control A, Control C, then open the vanishing point again. Okay, and Control V. Now we will adjust the poster. Okay, Control T, transform tool, make it small. First you have to make it small. Okay, without making small, if you try to put the inside the grid, you will face problem. You try yourself if you want. Okay, so just move it like this. See, make it a little bit small. Okay, and now we will adjust. Okay, see, so now we have put an advertisement on this truck using vanishing point. So we have one more example with vanishing point, but this time there is a little bit difference. Okay, it's not like same thing like this. Okay, there is a difference. So what is the difference? I will tell you. Now see, I have taken this image of stairs, I have taken this design. Okay, so I am going to put the design on these steps now using vanishing point. So just take a new layer. Okay, take a new layer, and what you will do is just open vanishing point. Okay, this time use content aware to remove the border. Remember na, content aware? Remember or not? Okay, see here, to put the to create a grid, see, the most important thing is for one grid we are creating flat. Okay, one grid we are creating perpendicular, straight. Okay, that is the thing. So see here, see the grid, how you create a grid. See, it should not be too cross, it should not be too straight, slightly. Okay, slightly it should be like this. Okay, and then come here, see, now it is in which color? Red color. So it is wrong. So we have to make it, move it till it we are going to get which color? Blue color. So this side also I am going to move it. Okay, till I get a blue color. So actually this is angle is correct. Yeah, now we are getting a perfect angle. So now the next thing we have to do is we want to create one more grid from this flat grid, that is perpendicular grid. So how to get a perpendicular grid? Control. Hold control, but before holding control you have to hit C. C. What is C? C means create plane. C, first hit C, then select control, and then just select this center point, and then create one grid. See, like this. Okay. Now again one more grid we have to create flat. Okay. So again hit C, hold control, and drag. Again hit C, hold control, and one more perpendicular grid. Okay. No. So C and control. C and control. That is very important. Okay. See, some people forget that C actually. Okay, then it will be problem. Okay, so don't forget. Just last time. See. So see, I have created a grid, flat and perpendicular grid I have created. Now we'll just click OK. Okay, now I am going to put this design on these steps. Okay, so how I am going to put? See, Control A, Control C. Okay, Control A select all, Control C copy, and then come back to this document, filter, vanishing point. Okay, and then here we will paste. Control V paste. Okay, then first we will adjust the image. Okay, Control T transform tool. So I am going to make it small. Okay, so we are going to adjust it like this. Okay, and slowly move it inside the grid. Slowly. See. So now it is inside. So what we will do is, see, instead of just dragging like this, we will actually use Alt. Alt is to duplicate actually. So we are duplicating. Okay, duplicating the design. See. So something like this. Okay, so I have adjusted the design on these steps. Okay, still we are not completed. Okay, if you just click OK, you will see the design, but the design is not going to look attractive. So we have to make it look attractive. Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, now we got it. So the next thing is, see, I am going to apply a blending mode, multiply. So this is the next thing. Next thing is, still we have one more step. Okay, that is double click on this layer. Okay, double click on this layer, and now you will see one new topic here, new option here. See, in layer styles, come to this area. So you have never seen this option. Okay, this is blend if option. So here what we can do is, we can use this layer option, and in this layer what you can see, left side you can see black button or black slider, right side you can see white slider. So the black slider represents shadows of the image, white slider represents highlights or bright areas of the image. Okay, so now see what happens. I am going to move this button to the right. See, it is taking away all the dark areas from the image. Okay, see. And if you move this button, so it is going to take away the bright areas. See, something like this. But we don't want this much intensity actually. So what we are going to do is, we are going to break these buttons. So how you can break the button? Alt. Just hold Alt and select the button, and then the button will be broken, so that the effect will be partial. See, now you are going to get some realistic look. See, you can break both the buttons. So as if we have painted on a steps. Okay, and you can do something more interesting, that is duplicate it. If you want more darkness, duplicate the layer, Control J. See, now it is more dark. But the next thing we will do is, I am going to first group these two layers. Okay, we will just give it name design. Then I am going to apply hide all mask to this. Okay, so we can apply hide all mask, Alt and click. Okay, now I have applied hide all mask, and then I am going to take a brush. Which brush? Soft round brush. Let me paint. Okay, which color? White. So I'm going to paint only in the middle. Okay, and in the corners, what I will do is, I am going to reduce the flow and paint, so that it will be something natural. Okay, mild effect. Okay, so something like this. Okay, then what I am going to do is, see, next thing what I will do is, see, I want the design to have some rocky texture. Okay, something rocky. So I am going to get the image of some rock, or we can say rock texture. You can call it rock texture. So here we have this rock texture, so it's taking time. Okay, so this texture I am going to apply to these stairs, so that the design will look very hard. Okay, so what I am going to do, Control A, and you can say copy, Control C, and here you come here, Control V. Okay, Control T, transform tool, make it little bit small. See, this is a very big file, that is why. So make it small. Now I am going to make it into a clipping mask. So we can make it into a clipping mask. So you can use Alt and just click. See, so we got like this, but we are not able to see the colors. So now what you do, just use a multiply blend mode. Okay, see, if you observe closely, so you can see the rock texture here. See, here you can see the rock texture. And you can, if you want more intensity, take a duplicate of this, Control J. Okay, and then again what we'll do, we'll make it into a clipping mask. Okay, so now it is a little bit dark, so you can reduce the darkness. If you don't want this much darkness, you can reduce it. Okay, okay, just reduce it, and you can group all these layers, Control G. Okay, you can then say design. Okay, main design. Okay, so you can put a design on the steps like this, and if you want to reduce opacity, you can reduce. See, now it is looking natural, like a painting on a steps. Old painting on a steps. Okay, so this is how you can do use vanishing point. Okay, so one last assignment I will give you for today. Okay, okay, see, the next filter is Liquify filter. Liquify. Okay, So what is the liquify filter? See, first what I am going to do is I am going to tell you something called caricatures. So what is a caricature? Okay, so first thing is let me select the Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, so Control Shift I, delete the background. Okay, so we don't want any background here. This is very important. So I will show you first what is caricature. Okay, see, these are caricatures. Okay, see, you can type Indian caricatures. See, you know who is he? Kapil Dev. This guy, Jayashidas.
మోడీ తాత ఏంటి సార్ అందరికి మోడీ తాత సరే
Okay, and let me put some see here. So here you can see, different caricatures. Okay, so you know who is he? Kejriwal.
పాలిటిక్స్ అంటారు ఏం సార్ మనకి మోడీ తాత తెలుసు
Dhoni. Okay, so we will now use an option in Photoshop to create a caricature. We'll be creating Shah Rukh Khan caricature. Okay, right. Okay, so see, when you want to create a caricature, see, the first thing is always remember it should look funny. Okay, that is the most important thing, is should look funny. So one thing we'll do is I'm going to make his head big, body small. Okay, so before using that liquify option to create a caricature, so what I will do is we'll just use a lasso tool. Okay, I think everybody knows the lasso tool, right? Okay, I'll just use Control X cut, Control Shift V. Okay,
ఏం చేశారు సార్ కంట్రోల్
cut paste. So make it a little bit big like this. Okay, and we will make his body small. Okay, make his body small. And then we'll do one thing. So we will adjust the head here properly. Okay, so how to adjust the head? So we can use transform tool. Okay, and we'll use warp tool also. Okay, we can do like this. And we will also do one thing. So I have set it like this, right? So we will also try to adjust the body. So how we can adjust the body? Control D, and then use the warp tool again. Just we have to adjust the body, okay, properly. And then so we'll do one thing. Okay, that is we can use clone stamp too. Here if you are seeing some seam here, some disturbance here, so we will remove that disturbance. How? Using clone stamp. I'm going to merge these two layers like this. Okay, then just zoom it. Okay, here we can use clone stamp. Everybody remembers clone stamp? Alt and click. So wait a minute. You can also use patch tool here. Okay, So let us try with patch tool also. Everybody remembers patch tool, healing brush. See. So try to. It's okay if we can remove the lining. Okay, so something like this, and some unwanted parts you can actually delete. Just hit delete. Okay, so something like this. You can use both clone stamp and patch tool. Okay, right. So once we have adjusted it like this, now we are going to open the liquify filter. Okay, so where is liquify filter? Filter liquify. So it's going to take time. Okay, see now liquify filter is open. See, you can see options on the right side and left side. Okay, see the first we'll see the options on the right side. See here we can see eyes, nose, mouth, face shape, so many things. So see, I will show you how they are going to affect the face here. See, you can see how his eyes is affecting. Eye height. See here. Eye width. Okay. And then we can also see the eye tilt here. See, you can see how his eyes are changing. Okay, and then here eye distance. See, nose. See, automatically it is finding the nose. Okay, nose width. See. Okay, and then see smile. See, is going to give you some smile. See. Even though the smile is not so interesting, so you can try. See, can make him smile. So see, you can change the mouth width, you can change the mouth height. See, you can change the forehead. See, automatically it is able to identify the forehead, jawline. See the jawline. Okay, face width. Okay, so we can change these values, and you can also reset everything. If you don't like any of these values, we can reset the values. Okay, once again it is goes back to the default values. So the interesting thing, values are on the left side. See, left side we can see forward bar. So you can stretch with forward bar. See, I am able to stretch. See, I can stretch his face. So we'll have to increase the size of this. See, don't stretch it too much, because we may not find him, we may not identify who is he. Okay, see, now totally is looking like Kaushik Kumar. Okay.
Wow, sir. Handsome Shahrukh Khan. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Big compliment for me.
So like this. So now see. So we will, this is forward bar. Okay, so next option is, see here we have this pucker. Okay, pucker tool. With pucker, what we can do is, see, okay, and bloat. See, okay. Okay, so pucker and bloat. See, so
Sandeep?
So something like this, okay.
Thank you.
See, but actually the caricature should be like, we should be able to identify that person, okay. So just restore all. So again we are hmm? So that is the thing, okay. We'll do one thing, we'll make his face a little bit big like this, okay. Okay, now we are able to identify. And pucker, so we'll use pucker tool, okay. And we will use the forward warp. Only 3 tools we'll use, okay. See here, see here. So just so see here. So now we'll just use a forward warp here, okay. Still is looking like Shah Rukh Khan, okay. So now we'll just click OK, okay. So he is looking like a very funny Shah Rukh Khan. Now see, I will make it more interesting by making it like a cartoon, okay. So how we can make it look like a cartoon, okay. See here, what I am going to do is, first I am going to create outlines for this. So we can create outlines. See, just take a new layer, take the pen tool, okay, select the option as path, okay. So we will create outlines. First I will create an outline for the mouth, lips. See,
అదేంటో సార్ మీరు లిప్స్ లవ్ సింబల్ మస్తు ఇస్తారు సార్ మీరు అయితే మీ అంత ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయితే లేదు నాకు ఫోన్ తీసి చూద్దాం ఎవరు తీస్తారు ఇప్పుడు
okay. So see here, let me,
ఇంకా
so we'll use this one, okay, hard round brush. So we'll convert this path to brush stroke, okay. We'll increase the flow, okay. And then I told you one option, see how to get a stroke which has thickness in the middle, sharpness at the edges. So how we can do that? See, we have to open the paths palette, okay. So what we'll do, see, first we will go to the brush settings, okay, brush settings and shape dynamics, pen pressure, okay. And then we will select the pen tool, right click, stroke path, simulate pressure, okay. Take the option as brush, see. And if you want a little bit less thickness, to just reduce the, okay, reduce the thickness, and then stroke path, simulate pressure, okay. So we will delete the path, okay, just a light, okay, it should not be too dark. And then what we'll do next is, I am going to draw one more line here. So take a new layer and create, okay, and we'll do the same thing, right click, stroke path, okay, something like this, and then delete the path, okay. So we'll create similar lines, okay. Okay, great. Okay, delete. Just a few more lines. Okay, and here stroke path, delete path. Okay, so just one last step is we have to create a one lining for our nose also. Delete path. Okay. Okay, I think this is not looking nice. Okay, so something like this. So see, we have created the outlines. Okay, so once we have created the outlines, see what is the next thing. See, next thing is I'm going to take a common layer here. Okay, how we can take common layer? Control Alt Shift to E. So I have taken a common layer and we will hide these two layers. See, now we will apply one more filter to this. Okay, one more filter. So what is that one more filter? So we already know that. See, filter gallery. Okay, we'll go to the filter gallery, and we will use artistic filters here. Okay, artistic filters, and I am going to use poster edges will be nice, but we have to see, I am reducing the posterization actually. Okay, so something like this. See, you can actually reduce the edge intensities little bit. Something like a cartoon. You have to understand, everyone. Okay, so then what is the next thing we will do? See, we can make it more look like a cartoon, that is by using highlights and shadows. So see, I am going to take a new layer. Okay, and then we will make it highlights and take one more layer, shadows. Okay, so in highlights, what we'll do, take a brush. Which brush? Soft round brush. And for highlights we will use linear dodge blending mode. Everybody remembers linear dodge. Okay, and we will pick one brightest color here. Okay, and we will not use this much flow. We will reduce the flow here, flow to 22%, and then we will use a brush. Which brush? Soft round brush. Okay, so then we can actually paint. See here, I am painting the highlights. Highlights are the bright areas. So don't paint everywhere, just paint in some places. Okay, where you see the lot of brightness. Okay, only paint in some places. Okay, and then you can actually reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, then we will paint the shadows. So how to paint shadows? We will use multiply blend mode. And then we'll pick the dark area. Shadow means dark area. So where is the darkest area here? So I think somewhere here. Okay, so like this. Okay, and then keep the flow to 22%. then see, I can create some shadows. Okay, see, like this. Okay, so something like this, and then we can reduce the opacity if it is too dark. Okay, so something like this, keep it around. And last and final, we will create a highlights for lips. Okay, so how we can create, just pick the colors. Okay, and we'll use the same linear dots, same flow value. Just zoom it. See here. So we can create some highlights for the lips, and also we will create one shadows for lips. Okay, so then how we can paint shadows, pick the darker color. Okay, and then use a multiply, keep the flow to 22. Okay, so what is our idea actually here? We are trying to make it look like a cartoon. Okay, that is our idea here. Okay, so don't paint too much. Okay, just lightly you can paint. Right, so then what is the next step we will do? I am going to take a common layer now. Okay, how to take a common layer? Control Alt Shift and E. Okay, see, then what we'll do is, see, I am going to try to increase the canvas size by selecting C and increasing the canvas size, so that I will finalize it by creating a background. Okay, just put a layer. So we'll just create on some rough background. Okay, so what type of background we'll create actually? So we'll create a vignette background. Okay, so what is a vignette? I think all of you know what is vignette. So in the beginning I used to tell vignette, that glow example I told you now. Everybody remember this? Vignette background. Okay, so just open it in Photoshop. So we'll just drag it behind the Shah Rukh Khan's image. Okay, to make it more interesting, I will create one more background here. Keep it below this. I will use black color. Okay, and we can use actually a multiply, or we can keep it normally, and then we'll reduce it. Okay, so that it looks more interesting. Okay, and then so to make it more interesting, so the background, what I will do is, I can paint some fancy colors. Okay, able to understand everyone? I can take one see, I can take fancy colors here. We'll take a new layer. See, like this. So next class I will give you this assignment for caricature. Okay, this class you just okay, so something like this I have created. Okay, so then what we'll do, so we can actually use a multiply or you can use color, or what you'll do is I'm going to give it a blur here. So first we'll give some Gaussian blur to this. So everybody remembers Gaussian blur? Gaussian blur tells kada. So then we will just apply a hydrogen mask to this, and then we will use a soft round brush. Okay, let me just roughly paint. So why we are doing this? Just to give some attraction. Okay, just to give some attraction to the cartoon. Okay, and then we can finally give it a name. SRK caricature. Okay, so you can just keep it like this. Okay, so then you can actually give some gradient. Okay, so give some gradient. Okay, give some gradient, and you can give some stroke also. Right? So something you can create like this. You can create a caricature. Understood?